Hello, Visions, and welcome to this session of the Curriculum Fair. We are joined by Lakeshore Learning this afternoon, who will be sharing with us about what they have available for Visions families. So the floor is yours. Go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My name is John Bell. I am the regional manager for Lakeshore Learning Materials supporting programs in Northern California. So Sacramento through to Shasta County, Redding, and over into Northern Nevada. Um, I'm on my 26th year with Lakeshore and just love being in a position to support educators of children in all capacities. So welcome everyone. I'll let my colleague Patrick introduce himself too.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Patrick Cronin. I'm the inside sales representative here at Lakeshore to help support John as well as Northern California. I've been with Lakeshore for close to 2 years, and my role again is an inside role to help support customers with quotes, post sale requests, products. Very glad to be here and looking forward to the presentation.
Very good. So I thought I'd start with a little background of who we are, where we came from, because it's a story that's very unique and I'm very proud of, and just so fortunate, along with Patrick, to have been at the right place at the right time to join Lakeshore. So let's go. Here we go. Um, who are we? Our products and services and our attention to detail are the theme for today. 1954, single mom, two children, rolling in from Nebraska, found a home in the Bay Area. And with a entrepreneurial spirit, Ethelyn opened up a Lakeshore toy store that happened to just be in Oakland on Lakeshore Avenue. So hence Lakeshore. If you're ever in the Bay Area and you're driving on the 880, you'll see an exit, Lakeshore Avenue. That's us. And it was originally called the Lakeshore Toy House. That was her first store with that address. And although I may be from uh, Southern California originally, when I first landed in the Bay Area to support programs in Northern California, I had to go to the original site and take a picture and see where it all started. In the early 70s, she recognized that there was an opportunity to support educators. And she was asked to start to provide resources for the educational classroom space, which got her thinking outside of the toy world, what might be of great need for our education space in the Bay Area. And so she discovered that I'd love to serve teachers, whether they be the parents that are continuing that effort at home as a child's first teacher or within the classroom space. So she moved to San Leandro, where there was a train track that would help then carry product outside of her retail space so that she could deliver resources beyond the San Leandro and Oakland community. And that led her to develop her first catalog, which was called Lakeshore Equipment Company. In 1976, her sons, Mike and Charlie, took the reins of the company, and I'm proud to say that we are third generation. The grandsons of Ethelyn uh, are uh, taking the company to new heights and have always wanted to champion her spirit of retail. And although we have this robust catalog and this robust online presence, the stores and the family are so important. Your local store here in Northern California is in Roseville. We have one in Walnut Creek, San Leandro, and San Jose that support Northern California. And it really wanted to help give that experience for educators and parents and grandparents alike the opportunity to find unique tools that support a child's development in those academic content areas. Skipping ahead, we opened a distribution center in 2007 in Kentucky to expand our ability to quick ship over 9,000 SKUs from infant, toddler, preschool, kindergarten through sixth grade, both furniture and instructional. And today, we're happy to say that we are providing support from cradle to basically career in 12th grade, as well as venturing into our healthcare market to support the developmental needs of children throughout the country that may have some opportunities for hands-on kinesthetic materials to support their learning. So our Lakeshore store in Roseville is a great opportunity to touch and feel and maybe evaluate product before you would consider placing it through your proper procurement streamlines within Visions, um, as well as provide opportunities to access free workshops once a month on a Saturday where kids can come in and do activities that are themed throughout the year. What's unique about Lakeshore is that we're a brand. We design, develop, and manufacture over 90% of our educational materials birth through sixth grade, including furniture for your older middle school, high school classrooms. We have over 3.5 million square feet of storage so that we can ensure that the moment we receive the order, it's out and on its way to you as quickly as possible. It gives us quality control as well to ensure that the items that you purchase are what's in the box and there isn't anything missing. And as technologically advanced as it is, we employ close to 2,300 throughout the Lakeshore family, both internally and externally, to ensure that we don't just develop and create hands-on meaningful materials, but that we have the distribution to ensure that you're not waiting a very long period of time to receive your goods. What's unique about us is that we have our own on-site preschool that supports our families in Carson, California, near Long Beach, where we moved in the late 80s to provide a greater depth of inventory and warehouse space. So Kids and Company is where a lot of our materials, especially in the infant, toddler, and preschool range, are tested and engineered to ensure that it's not just high quality, but it's safe with deep educational merit. The families can bring their children, they can see in, but the kids can't see out. So if you're an employee, it was a very huge opportunity to keep our young moms and dads during those early years of their children's lives. The cover of the catalog in 1992 debuted the preschool, and that's where the Lakeshore Kids came about. We've got our Lakeshore Kids, Ricky, Scooter, Brandy, Keisha, and Alex that have been branding, Lakeshore since '92. And we're really proud of the fact that we've created resources and materials now beyond just those first 5 years that are a little bit more mature and also give kiddos to have a different modality to grasp those skills. We are teachers. Every product developer at Lakeshore has at some point in their career been in a classroom. We've got about 140 years of educator experience to help us find resources that are helpful for all children of all levels of educational need. And that team's instructional expertise is focused from birth to eighth grade. The life of a product, it's wild. Sketches, 3D product simulation, testing, before it becomes a final product that's put into the catalog or on our web for access to purchase. The engineering team works closely with the product developers, and they'll create 3D drawings and shape and refine products. We've even built apparatuses to damage things to ensure that whoever is purchasing our materials, they feel like they're getting a high quality resource that is going to stand the test of time. And we use on-site 3D printers to produce samples with the look and feel of those real products. We meet all regulatory standards, making sure that they are appropriate for children. If you think about materials that may be in the home that are small parts, we want to make sure that everybody is very clearly aware of what items may be included that would be a choking hazard for children under 3. And then we work really closely with our manufacturing to ensure that our standards are met to exact perfection. It's all in the details, from hands-on kids testing, functioning, drop testing, quality assurance, durability, fire retardant. All those are very important with materials, both in a classroom space as well as a home. So let's get to a few products. Here's one called our all-in-one magnetic phonics kit. And the idea behind this item is to provide a self-contained case to support a child's development in mapping, decoding, and encoding words. Organized and ready to use, the case is packed with graphene magnets color-coded into categories from vowels and consonants to digraphs. There's even a write and write workspace where kids can build, sound out, and write words. Sturdy plastic case comes with 80 foam magnets, including sound switching and blank write and write tiles. All of our materials are agnostic. They support any curriculum that you might be implementing for any age of your student and your child. It's all supported by hands-on best practices that give a different modality to differentiate the instruction. And I just so happen to have a little...
Lakeshore's all-in-one magnetic phonics kit was designed to give students everything they need for hands-on practice with key phonics skills, including word mapping, decoding, and encoding. Inside the sturdy case, there are 80 easy grip foam magnets, all organized and ready to use. The graphene magnets are color-coded by category, from vowels and consonants to digraphs. There are even 5 sound switching tiles and 5 blank write and wipe tiles. Students just use the write and wipe workspace to build words, sound them out, and write them. Like all our products, the all-in-one magnetic phonics kit was designed by educators and rigorously tested for quality that never quits. Because all students and teachers deserve the best. Get it at lakeshorelearning.com or your local Lakeshore store.
So the real cool piece about it is that those magnetics stick. You can hold it upside down and they're not going to fall off. What could be more frustrating than pieces everywhere all the time for cleanup? Frustrating for the kiddos, especially for the adults that are then trying to help pick all those pieces up. So even to the depth of the strength of the magnet connecting those pieces inside the board, or as important as the educational outcomes it's designed to foster. Another item, if we're going to math, our Tower of Math games. I showed this item because it's familiar. If you've ever played Jenga or any of your kiddos have ever played Jenga, this is going to be familiar and it's a lot of fun. So we're disguising the learning. We're going to work on addition, math, multiplication, and division, but through the idea of play. And what they do is they'll remove one block at a time from the tower, then solve the problem on the back aloud. If they answer correctly, they can keep the block. But if they make the tower tumble, they'll have to start again. At the end of the game, the player with the most blocks wins. These come in a set for 119, or you can get them individually. So if you're really trying to give a very specific opportunity for a child to grasp those addition facts, the math facts, this is a fun way that with their peers, their older siblings, their parents, can play and practice those math concepts. Thinking older and going into science, we have our science activity tubs. These are all in one. They have everything to kind of integrate math, language, science, social studies in one tub on some very cool high interest themes. These science activity tubs, set 1, are really 6 to 8 years of age. And what I love about them is that there's hands-on guides to really support multiple ways to integrate this into the day or the whole school year. There's 40 activity cards, all supporting grade level standards within those age ranges. And all of the activities are write and wipe, so you can reuse them over and over again. There isn't a consumable aspect for additional costs. Um, so when you really look at all of the multiple ways to engage these activities, you've got over 320 if you had the whole set of 8. And then we also complement a book set to give you additional resources in literacy and language around rocks and soils, animals. The one that's viewed there as matter. We have a set 2 that is for 9 to 11, which would be kind of your 4th through 6th grade around solar systems and the human body, electricity as well. There's just such a wealth and depth of play value along with cool experiments that are really that cause and effect wow factor that make these one of the Lakeshore classics. It's been around for over 15 years. And then every so often we kind of update them to give them a little bit more, visual appeal as we mature into the older age ranges. This last product is near and dear to Lakeshore because it's the very first product we ever developed in 1977, the allowance game. And it stood the test of time. And it just had its third update in 2026. So whether you're washing the car and earning $1.30 but forgot your helmet, oh, you lose a turn. I think the version that we had up until the redo is like wash the car and earn 50 cents, or it was just way out of whack now with who knows what a checkbook is. Like, I don't anymore. So we had to update the graphics and update the pieces that help with the game board. But from doing chores, collecting an allowance, then spend the earnings on the things they want, it's a really fun board game. And we have board games in math, language, science that reinforce grade level concepts like reading for comprehension, inferences, context clues, all those that are important throughout child's development. We've got a tactile, activity that connects the real world to the skills that they're using. And I'll leave you with one more cool video.
With Lakeshore's allowance game, 2 to 4 players race around the board, learning how to use money and make change as they start their own business, do chores, earn interest on piggy bank deposits, and more. With relatable scenarios, the game helps kids build real-world skills by saving and spending their pretend allowance. They just follow the instructions on the back of the box, and the first person to save $20 wins the game. Like all our products, the allowance game was designed by teachers, rigorously tested, and made for generations of joy. Because all kids deserve the best. Get it at lakeshorelearning.com or your local Lakeshore store.
Perfect. So that's my little presentation. Love to open it up for questions. And Kayla, you can take it from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for presenting today. I will go ahead and close out the recording so that we can move into Q&A.